Alright everybody, welcome back to Let's Replay Super Mario Land 2. In the last part we finished up Pumpkin Hill. With the Pumpkin Hill, yeah. Pumpkin Hill, bitch! In this part we are going to be doing Mario Zone. Which means, because Mario has the biggest ego, he has to have a statue in his own fucking world. That's right. Mario Land. Although it isn't technically Mario Land, part is in Mario Party 2. Yeah. So Mario Land does in fact exist. In canon and in buzzsaws. Yep, it exists in everything, including Buzzsaw McGraw. And I still got it by the buzzsaw. Alright, we welcome you all to Mario Zone, a giant robot of Mario which was created somehow by the self-appointed bitches known as the Kingdom of Kankana, and we got ourselves killed because we killed ourselves because we are emo and we do things by the book when we kill ourselves because we are emo and we like to kill ourselves vacantly because we are emo, and because we are emo because we are assigned to Solarians. You know, if you guys think about it, I think I am basically in Mass Effect 2. I am assigned to Solarian. Why am I dying so much? Oh, it's because I'm referencing Morden from Mass Effect 2. He basically talks as fast as I do. Well, almost as fast as I do. Almost. Hint the word almost. We're in part 4. Part 4 is the new part 2. Oh my god. Part 4 is the new part 2. It's because I'm too busy rambling about random shit. Because I've been influenced by other LPers, like Moogle for the Win, and when I start to ramble, I'm mostly being influenced by Moogle for the Win. Or other LPers that mostly all they do is ramble. And I like how they're not like random power-ups every time. It's always a pre-planned power-up. Like if you did not have that carrot, you would have been fucked. In the ass. It's like, oh my god, we don't have the power to use the carrot anymore. Now, oh my god, it's the screws, no! And I lost my carrot. I lost my carrot. Where's my puppy? Now I'm referencing Togoff, who Dragon Age Awakenings LP, which I still have not played the game yet. Most likely, I'll get around to actually getting the game eventually. I had to reset up my file because I was such a dumbass that actually my final save was an autosave in Dragon Age Origins, so I had to basically redo the final boss. And the funny thing was, when I redid the final boss, he wasn't as hard as he was before, because I figured out, and it was like, the reason why when I first played Dragon Age Origins, why the final boss was so doggone hard, was because I had one general left and general kept game for me, but what I had to do was basically run over to the Bastila Sean, run over to the Bastila while the werewolves are kicking the Darkspawns' ass. The Darkspawns don't notice me, and they never come after me, because I remember when everybody was dead when I first played through the game. Of course, that was like months ago. When I first played through the game in like February, last month, everybody was dead except for me, and the Darkspawn general horde were still running after me. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, by the way, those balls don't pop, and by the way, you can easily break this level just by doing this. Enough about Dragon Age. That's just my interesting little story. And I always notice something about BioWare RPGs is that the final boss in almost every BioWare RPG, at least the ones I've played, have always been easy. Malik is easy. Saren's easy because he never... There's going to be spoilers. Oh, by the way, there's going to be spoilers to the final bosses in 4 games. Saren is easy because if you... Well, he's technically easy in that purpose. He's technically easy because you can make him shoot himself. Well, for one, but when you actually find him again, he's easier because he never gets off the ground when you knock him on the ground. You basically have to force him to get off the ground. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. Mass Effect 2, the only real part of the Human Reaper that's actually hard is because his hit spots are so fucking small. Now, I know there's a secret exit in here, but I don't remember where it is. Because the secret exit, they don't really mark where the secret exits are like in other games, like in Super Mario World or Wario Land. They just say, alright, this secret exit here, you just have to find yourself. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. And of course, the Archdemon's easy, you just have to use the Basilisks on him. Well, technically that's cheating, but you know, if BioWare did not want you using the Basilisks on him, why would they put them there? Just hear me out here. If BioWare did not want you using the Basilisks on the Archdemon, wanted you to play him fairly, why would they put the Basilisks there? Every time I say Basilisk, I'm like a Basilisk Sean. Oh, and that's a segue to another thing. Basilar Sean's voice actress plays female shepherd. That's a nice segue, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That's a very, 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 very nice segue, if I do say so myself. Doop, 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 doop. And I haven't played Final Fantasy 13 either. I've heard some. It's basically because I didn't like Final Fantasy 12, and I've been hearing some things about Final Fantasy 13, mostly because of its linearity. I mean, 10 was linear too, but I think 13's worse in my opinion. In my opinion, of course, 13 seems worse in terms of linearity, and I fucked that up. So let's go up this way. Technically, you could just went this way anyway, so it makes this a lot easier if you just go this way. It's like, yeah, it's like as soon as we get to like Final Fantasy 10, it seems like all Final Fantasy games have sort of lost like something. I mean, other RPGs have sort of gotten linear stuff made the Tale series, because the Tale series have always had their world maps. Every other RPG has like lost the world map. It's like they're all linear. Every single RPG I've known, every single RPG that's come out recently has been linear. Even some of the Bio RPGs have been linear, because if you look at them, the world map's pretty much just like a map screen, just pick an area and then you go. It's been like that for even Mass Effect. Even though they have all these planets, you still only have like maybe 4, like in Mass Effect 1 mostly. You have like 4 main planets to go to. Mass Effect 2 have more, but still, they're still linear games. We have gone to the age where like RPGs have stopped becoming. Well, then we have Oblivion and Fallout, which is. This is another thing that really annoys me about some of these games. Like, you have these big worlds, and this also goes into my. If you remember my Twilight Princess review, when I actually did reviews, I don't like doing reviews anymore. This is like I'm not even talking about the game anymore. I'm just rambling about random shit. It's like you have this big world, like let's take Twilight Princess for example. You have this very big world, yet there's nothing in it. You don't do anything. It's just mostly for point A, point B. Same with Oblivion and Fallout, from what I've seen. It's mostly there just so you have this big, gigantic area, and there's barely anything in it. I mean, sure, it's side quests and shit, but it's like, why do you make these big areas? It's like you make these huge areas, you don't hardly put anything in them. It's like I would rather have, like in Twilight Princess, have the world be half the size of Twilight Princess, and it would have been the same. It wouldn't have mattered. It could have been the same kind of world map as Ocarina of Time, and it wouldn't have mattered. It would have been the same goddamn thing. It's way too fucking big. When you make a world map that fucking big, you pretty much defeating the purpose of shit. If you make a world map that's that big and you have nothing barely in it, there's no point making a world map that big. At least in Mass Effect, the map is very big, except for the fact that there's all these planets and you can only go on half of them. So pretty much, it's like a waste of space. Oh, by the way, here's the 3 little pigs. You know, see, this is what I'm talking about. Rambling helps me concentrate for some reason. Rambling helps me concentrate. Really, it helps me concentrate. And if you guys have never seen the 3rd pig from Tales from the Crypt, watch it. I recommend you watch find on YouTube, because I think that's the bloodier version. Because as we all know, Chiller censored it to shit. And I love that thing because it has Frankenpig in it. Because I love Frankenpig. Because he's voiced by, I think it's Brad Garrett. Yeah, I think he is voiced by Brad Garrett. I can't remember this. Someone could comment below and say he's voiced by Brad Garrett. Yeah, I have to use that joke every time I do a Let's Read. I have to always say about. I have to always reference the 3rd pig. So I did that in my original. I did in my original LP, and I did here. Yeah, look, we're dying all this time because this boss can be a little tricky. This boss is tricky as hell. Yeah, Mario Zone has all been just me rambling about shit. Random shit that no one cares about. It's like every time I do an LP of this game, I just like to ramble. I don't talk about anything, I just ramble, like... It's like when I first did my original Let's Redo of this, Let's Replay this on my other channel, which will remain nameless because it's he who must not be named Lord Voldemort. No! I just rambled on and on and on and on and on. And now I'm just rambling again. And we have 2 zones left. We have Space Zone and the Whale! No, Turtle Zone. The whale is the final boss. Okay, it's the next part where we continue our way and we're going to do Turtle Zone. See you around, guys. Bye-bye. And more rambling!